So, to become a remarkable person, you mentioned that there are various things and lessons that we need to embrace. And your first lesson is really about embracing change. And in your first chapter, you mentioned some stories about embracing hockey and surfing,
Yeah.
but also how that pales in comparison to two NASA rocket scientists or even Jane Goodall. I'm wondering if you could start us off with sharing one of these stories.
Sure. So the framework of the book at the top level is that there are three phases: growth, grit, and grace. The growth phase involves a growth mindset. This is the work pioneered by Carol Dweck. And the growth mindset means that you believe that you can learn new skills, you can embrace new things, that you're not static, you're not done. And I even mean that you're not done even if you are very successful in one thing. A growth mindset for a successful person would be to grow even more and take more risk and risk your reputation and self-image. And that's what it takes. The book reflects interviewing over 200 people. And these are people like Jane Goodall, Steve Wozniak, Stacey Abrams, David Ocker, Bob Cialdini, Christy Yamaguchi. I could go on 200 times. And every one of them had a growth mindset. There are no remarkable people who don't have a growth mindset.
The growth mindset, I also read Carol's book, and it's fascinating how we can also have a growth and a fixed mindset on multiple different issues. It's not just a black and white that we're purely somebody who has a growth mindset, but it can be a challenge to have a growth mindset in the areas in our life that need to matter the most, really.
That's true. I might make the case that if you had a growth mindset about everything, you might get a little too busy. I mean, I don't particularly have a growth mindset about, I don't know, yoga. Okay. But you have to narrow things down. But I guess what I'm saying is that at least a general philosophy that you're open to new things. That doesn't mean you have to be open to everything.
It's allowing ourselves to have the mindset to attempt something new, even if we've never done it before, because it's often that fear of not knowing of what's next that prevents us from taking any action that's going to bring us further and closer to our goal.
Yes.
And you're saying that's what sets unremarkable from a remarkable person, is that they're willing to take that chance.
I mean, that's one major factor. There are others, but yes, remarkable people are willing to take that chance.